Doing static holds will build your muscle 10 times faster than doing repetitions, and I'm going to prove it in this video. Easily prove it. Repetitions don't tear the muscle as well as static holds do. Static holds are way more intense. Intensity is what changes the muscle. You need to tear the muscle down with high intensity. Repetitions wear you out, but they don't create enough intensity to make your muscle change. Are you training really hard at this exercise and nothing's happening? You do all that hard work, but you aren't getting the right level of muscle tears required for your muscle to then adapt and grow. You go all the way to the gym, smash this exercise, you do the right amount of reps, you do the right amount of sets, you even do a few extra painful reps to really make sure that it works. You stay back at the gym longer and do extra sets just to make sure you get some more results. But the results that you're expecting don't happen. And all that effort you put into your training is a waste. Steroids now seem like the only option at this point to see any progress. If you're putting in all that effort and seeing no result, you don't need to take steroids. You just need to train with intensity, train with engagement, engage with time under tension. Doing reps is wasting your time because you're swinging the weight up and down, using momentum, taking rests at the top and the bottom, doing 5 sets with big rest breaks in between. Do one intense static hold set with controlled negative and push yourself to a high limit under perfect engagement. You do not need to take steroids. You just need to engage the muscle. Can't you see? You just need to engage the muscle. I'm showing you right now how to do this exercise and get 1,000 times more lean muscle building results and massive increases in your strength and massive increases in your joint efficiency and engagement. Here's how. Your muscles respond to the level of intensity you put them under. Not the amount of sets you do, not the amount of repetitions you do. One more rep isn't going to change anything. A higher level of muscle contraction will change everything. Now I hear what you're thinking. You can't do static holds because you have to move. You have to count reps. Arnold Schwarzenegger told me to count reps. You need mechanical tension. Yes, mechanical tension is required to change the muscle. And I am going to show you how and when I use repetitions very shortly at the end of this video. But you're right, you do need mechanical tension to tear the muscle properly. This technique I'm showing you is amplifying that intensity. It's amplifying that mechanical tension to more than 10 times the amount of intensity that you'd find doing repetitions. This technique not only increases the intensity of the intensity, it increases the duration by extending the amount of time that new level of intensity is being engaged with. Because your joints are staying still, they are able to engage at much higher quality and intensity of contraction. This strengthens the fuck out of your joints. 99% of people choose to add more weight and do more repetitions to make their workouts more effective. The reason they do that is because they think they are impressing people around them in the gym. More weight will just fuck your quality of engagement. More reps will just irritate the fuck out of your joints. Yes, there will be more stress added, but that stress is on your joints and stress on your muscles in a negative way, which risks you dealing with an injury. Time under tension allows you to contract in the safest and strongest position at the highest intensity possible. This is achieved through choosing the precise amount of weight that you can handle at the highest amount of intensity for the perfect amount of time, 30 seconds. This is the secret. Repetitions are movement training. Steroid users do movement training and they blow up because they're pumping their body up. But if you're not taking steroids, you need to create the resistance another way. If you're not pumping your body full of hormones, you need to create the mechanical tension through logical systems and methodical planning. Here's the plan. 30-second hold after warming up really well. Then finish with some repetitions at the end. Very high reps. Do 5 drop sets of 20 reps. Do not go to failure. If you go to failure whilst training repetitions, you start to build injury into your body. Training to failure is useless. Because training to failure is you just training until you run out of energy. That's it, nothing more. You need to push yourself to higher intensities earlier in your training session when you can safely handle it through high quality engagement supported by fresh muscles. When your muscles are fresh, you are capable of managing the high intensity. When your muscles are worn out, which is when you're training to failure, you are not capable of safely handling the weight. And all that's happening is that you're forcing yourself through movement that you can't handle. You're going to find a much more effective intensity at the start of your session. And the good news is you don't have to train more than one set. Just go to the highest intensity you can possibly create, get it over and done with, and move on. I've done this for the past 12 months and I've had the best results I've ever seen in my entire life. My clients love this style of training and they call me and tell me what it's doing for them. So if you're sick of the same old workouts that are written for you by heavy steroid users, and you need an alternative that's going to give you the perfect amount of challenge to create the best body. If you're sick of wasting hours in the gym and getting no results, then follow this page. Hit like on this video. Let's talk more about these time and tension techniques. Let's start training in the most effective way possible. Stop counting repetitions and start counting the seconds of intensity your muscles are under. This is going to cut your workout sessions in half and quadruple the amount of results you see in half the amount of time. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.